everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Magda. For those visiting my channel for the first time, welcome. In this platform, I upload one video a week and I share great tips that focuses on best employment strategies. So don't miss out and go ahead and subscribe by clicking at the subscribe button right below and hit the bell sign for a notification. When a new video is uploaded, you will get notified. Before we go to the break, I would like to share the motivation behind today's topic. This week, I was in touch with an ex-colleague a few days ago. He's been laid off since COVID started, but I wasn't aware that he did not get a job yet. Because obviously he has great skills and his qualifications that makes him a good candidate. But when we start talking, he shared how he's frustrated, even though he's been applying every day. It's been months, he did not even get an interview, and he did not even hear from anyone. Honestly, I was as surprised as him to hear that, because the first thing I asked her was, where are you applying? Because it doesn't make any sense. So he mentioned he's applying on Indeed.com, and he also has applied few companies where he knows his friends work. They said, hey, go ahead, apply there, but no response whatsoever. So when I heard that, it triggered me to hold off on this week's already prepared material, which I will release next week, and I wanted to give priority to this issue. Because with the market picking up and companies are kind of slowly going back to rehiring or even bringing back furloughed employees, I really can say that things are getting better and looking hopeful. So in today's topic, I wanted to provide you a timely material. I wanted to offer you key information that you will find it helpful as you continue the job search. So I really highly recommend that you finish the video all the way through, because not only am I going to address the issue that I noticed that my friend was doing, but also I'll be sharing the best job boards where you should apply by your specialty and other tips as well. So stay tuned. "2020 been a challenging and unpredictable year for so many of us, and job hunt has also become unique in its own way. So one thing I've been realizing the last few months is that using proactive approach and using digital techniques to the best of our ability is becoming mandatory in order to gain employment. With the way things have been, honestly, sitting back and waiting to be contacted just isn't the best strategy anymore. So understanding recruiting technology trends and how they affect our ability for us to get discovered is definitely becoming key before we even apply. Before we go through to the best job boards and we dive into details, I have a quick question. Here's the question. When you are trying to find a job, where do you go first? The first thing we all do is we go to Google and we type the type of job we're looking for and the city in the search bar. We click enter, and this search leads us all to this job site called Indeed.com. And that's exactly what my friend has been doing. So I went ahead and I gathered some data from a research data done by a company called Comscore Inc. This is a company that tracks people's activity online. The data shows that Indeed captures 62% of total job seekers traffic, far more than any other career site. Data is actually agreeing that Indeed brings a lot more hires, but if you are applying only in Indeed, you are also limiting the pool of jobs posted in the market, and you are decreasing your chance of being discovered. Here's the reason why. Indeed business model works best when an employer has a career site, and these websites are hosted by an application tracking system or ATS vendors. Here's the catch. Those organizations with these ATS vendors, which are mostly small companies, are at a real disadvantage because they end up being invisible to many job seekers. Even though we could be thinking we are applying to many jobs that we're finding in Indeed, but also we are missing out on those small businesses that we could have been given an opportunity in. I'm not saying Indeed is a bad job board to apply to, but if you only keep applying on Indeed.com, that might not work. So you also need to diversify where you search, because you'll be surprised to know how many companies are actually spending good amount of budget annually and are becoming very strategic about where they post their job opportunities, because they want to attract qualified candidates in a timely manner. So the question you should be asking is, beside Indeed.com, where are companies sharing job opportunities then? Well, there are dozens of ways you could apply to jobs. You could directly apply in the company's website. That means you have to do your research. Which companies are hiring people with your qualifications? You could also look for jobs through job boards and job aggregator sites. In addition, you can use search engines and social media networks, or you can also visit career portals. You can attend career fairs. Even during COVID, there are virtual career fairs that are happening right now. So make sure you utilize all of this. Now, I will share 15 job boards that I believe will be beneficial for you, including their specialties. I would like to add a disclaimer that I'm not sponsored by any of these companies, and I'm just sharing data and facts that I gathered. First and foremost is LinkedIn. This is one of my favorite job boards because it's also a social network that aims at professional connections. It is also beneficial because you can follow companies to get updates when new positions become available. Not only that, employers can also target specific group of professionals, regardless of whether you are actively searching for employment or not. The other best feature you can utilize is also you can connect with recruiters of companies, or you can form relationships that you would maybe likely yield information about job openings before they are even posted. And the recruiter might be able to fast track you to the interview. By now, if you don't have a LinkedIn account, I highly suggest you go ahead and create one. It's a great tool. Number 2 is ZipRecruiter. This is another popular job board. Here you can create a profile, and then employers actually could reach out to you and ask you to apply to a job by matching your resume. Number 3 is Dice. Dice is actually one of the top sites for tech hiring, and it specializes jobs in the tech industry, IT and engineering, but it's not limited to only these either. The fourth one is Monster.com. This one is also a great job board for any type of jobs. It's more of a general platform, and their layout is clean, and the search page may not have a lot of filtering options, but it does include advanced search that lets you search for specific job titles. The other great point about or fact about this website is you can upload your resume, and you can also request free resume review. If your resume reviewer finds areas of improvement, let's say you don't know how to make it better, you can select one of the packages they offer for resume improvement, and it's a good start. Fifth one is Glassdoor. Glassdoor is another great website to look for a job. Also, it's best known for its employer reviews submitted by current and former employees. This one helps candidates to get a real understanding of the company's management style and what kind of career growth they might have. The site also shows what people in similar area are earning, which is a very cool feature, and this kind of information can be invaluable when you're trying to decide which offer you should accept. And I really like another tool that they have is Know Your Worth. Here it gathers data of salaries, so it helps you kind of match what you're making versus what you should be making, so it's a great tool. Clearance Jobs. This is another great tool. This is a job board for people that have security clearance. It is the largest recruiting network in the defense industry. For example, if you have a secret clearance level or a top secret, you will post your resume here, because this is where I will go if I have to support a federal client that requires clearance to get in order to get considered. Number 7 is USAJobs.gov. This is another job board that if you are looking to apply for federal government. There are categories for students, military spouses, National Guard, and veterans. So if you're looking to apply for a federal job, USA Jobs is the place where you should visit. EngineerJobs.com. Just like its name, this is a job posting site and resources for employers and job seekers in the engineering field. In this site, you can find entry-level jobs, internships, and mid to senior level roles in the US and Canada only. Number 9 is CareerVitals. This is the largest healthcare job board in the world, and it's seen as the primary option for healthcare professionals. So RNs, physicians, anyone that has to do with medical, there are tons of jobs all over the world. So if you're not afraid to take your job elsewhere, outside the US, outside the Canada area, you can go ahead and check this out. Number 10 is eFinancialCareers. This is a global job posting site that specifically focuses in the financial sector. So financial companies can use the site to post new jobs anywhere in the world. You can find job postings from UK, UAE, Australia. If you're looking to work overseas and you are in the financial field, this site is for you. Number 11 is Ladders. This is a job board that focuses on jobs that pay $100,000 or more annually. If you are someone that's in this pay range, the most well-paying positions and companies are available in this site. Number 12 is collegerecruiting.com. The jobs featured on this board are aimed at students and recent graduates looking for internships and entry-level positions, and it gets updated periodically, so students and fresh graduates check it out for internship or entry-level jobs. Number 13 is We Work Remotely. This is the most popular job board for startups looking to hire remote workers. The main job type you'll find here are software development jobs, but also excellent sources for writers, marketers, and other startup roles as well. Number 14 is techfetch.com. This company focuses on IT consulting. They connect companies and job seekers to hire either directly, contract, independent, corp to corp, or corporation to corporation, or even third-party consultants. They also work with not only US citizens, but also green card holders, H-1Bs, or anyone that has a work permit. So if you are in this category, I highly recommend you visit their site. Number 15 is Snag a Job. This job board focuses on hourly job market, and it's only in the US. They focus in restaurant, retail, and hotel industries. Well, I hope you found the tips I discussed informative, and hopefully it will assist you to diversify your job seeking efforts. And before I conclude, I would like to add a few final points. When we're trying to look for a job, we shouldn't rely exclusively on job boards only. Because in my experience, actually, referred candidates are far more likely to make it to the final interview stage than those who simply apply online. So my suggestion is that if you see a job posting that you know you're qualified, I suggest you make an effort to invest your time contacting people you know inside companies before you even apply. Dedicate most of your job search efforts to talking with people that are in the same industry like you, and also meet new people and keep in touch with past coworkers as well. Use social media for your benefit. You can research the companies, you can download job site apps on your phone, and turn on job alerts as well. So these were my additional points. Well, that's all for today. I would like to remind all of us, even though this year we're all affected by the corona pandemic, remember, nothing stays the same forever. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Things are and will continue to be better. Let's stay positive and take it one day at a time. Thank you for staying with me. Best of luck in your job search, and stay safe.